What's going on, everybody? What's up, y'all? This is Broad Street 4 for 4. We back with another show, man. We back for another show, man. And of course, we gonna do our thing, man. We got a great episode lined up for y'all, man. Hopefully, everybody enjoys the show, man. We gonna jump right into it. We ain't gonna waste no time, man. Woody Wood, what's going on, Wood? How you feeling tonight?
Hey, I'm feeling lovely, man. Just happy to be here with you fellas, you fine gentlemen, on this Saturday evening, ready to talk some Sixers and some Eagles. It's gonna be a good one tonight.
No doubt, no doubt. My man 2M's, Money Mike McCline, what's going on, Mike?
Hey man, it's all good. The Flyers won. They beat the Knights. The world, they was down there. They beat those guys in Vegas. They took all the money at the tables. Won 5-3. It was all good. Big win. I'm about the Sixers. I'm about them Birds.
And who say we don't talk about the Flyers?
Ain't no question. Listen, this is 4 for 4. We talk about all our teams, man. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Ain't no question. Hey, JD, my man JD, Jerome Dooley, what's going on, G's? How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm back, man. I missed the last episode.
Rome missed the last episode. He back.
Yeah, so we gonna get into some good Sixers stuff. Hey, one other thing, man. What's up with we finally could legally bet in Pennsylvania. That's big.
That's big. Tell us about that, G's, because I know you sent the article. I think you sent the clip or article or something like that. What's going on with that?
So they finally approved us to bet. I can't remember which casino.
I think it was Parks, right? Parks Casino.
Yeah, Parks. Yeah.
Right.
So I think starting for the playoffs. I think that's when it goes into effect. I think it's January or something.
Okay.
It might be January 1st.
Okay, we'll look at. Go ahead.
I'll get confirmation while the show's going on.
Okay, solid.
I'll just
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they said it's going to launch right before the NFL playoffs begin in January.
Okay, there you have it.
It's at Parks and Hollywood Casino.
Okay, y'all heard it first right here on Broad Street 4 for 4, man. The #1 podcast in Philadelphia, man. Where Philly natives, we deliver authentic sports talk, man. And we ain't gonna waste no time, man, because we got a lot of things. We gonna talk about the Sixers, man, and we gonna talk about the Eagles, man. And we gonna jump right into it, man. 76ers this year, man. 2018, man. Are the 76ers legitimate contenders, man? I want to hear from my colleagues, man. What y'all got to say about that? Money Mike McCline, let me hear what you got to say about the Sixers, man. Give it to me, man.
I think the Sixers are the top 5 team in the NBA. I think they're right behind Golden State, Houston, and Boston. Go ahead. No, you said Golden State, Houston.
Boston.
Who else you got in front of Boston?
That puts us at 4.
Toronto. Possibly Toronto. So I got a question. Okay. What about OKC? You don't think they're in front of them? No, I think they don't have a big guy that can deal with Embiid. I always look at Embiid as like 20 and 10 on a 26-minute night. That's given. I don't think I'm being overzealous.
So the Sixers.
I think so, but you don't think Adams will move him around? No, I think that he'll foul Adams right out of the game with the post. The way they've been flashing him in preseason straight to the post in front of the rim. The way they've been faking handoffs. The guys are going to foul out. No, the only person who could stick, I feel like, Embiid is Boogie Cousins. And he's hurt until about January. But I don't think there's no one that can match up with him in the NBA, honestly. Because nobody handled him last year. The guy averaged 20 points in like 28 minutes.
Yeah, they got stopped by Boston, though, in that second round.
That's the playoffs. I'm talking about regular season. Playoffs, that's true indeed. But with different people moved in, that's still top 5 in the league. That means you can almost get top 5 means you're one game out of the conference finals. Top 4 make the conference finals. Then you're in the championship.
Definitely.
So I think 15. I really feel like they're the 5th, and then it depends on what Toronto does to me. If they're the 5th, if they're the 4th team, so they can be in. but it depends on how they can dominate Toronto in the post. Because they don't have a matchup for Embiid. If they can slow the game down and get it to Embiid, they can win that series. But that's
yeah, I like Embiid, man. I think he's the most dominant big man, particularly in the East. What's wrong? Let me hear what you got, man. Are the Sixers legitimate this year? Where you got them ranked at as far as the NBA?
I would still put them behind OKC just because I think Westbrook. I think Westbrook could just take over a game or even a series like nobody that the Sixers have.
Right.
As far as a perimeter player, guards really control the league. So that's why I would put OKC ahead of them. But I agree with Golden State, Houston, Boston, OKC. I would still put Toronto above them, but I'm not really sure. We'll have to see how Lowry and Leonard plays together. Because they could be, better than what Toronto has been in the past, or it could just all fall apart.
Right.
Who knows? It kind of depends on that relationship. So we'll see. Yes.
Hey, Ro, I got a question to pose to you. The way I ranked them, the way I was thinking in my mindset was that we won't have to see OKC to the other side. So when I'm in top 5. The way I would break it down is it goes, Eastern Conference, Western Conference.
Yeah.
I feel like by default, OKC is only at the best, the third best team in the West.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why I put the Sixers. But I see a point. I really see a point on Westbrook because we have nothing to mess with Westbrook. We don't. If we play them in the series, but the only time we'll see them is in the championship.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's how I kind of made my my reasoning, the logic behind my discussion is the Sixers.
Yeah, I get it because I think the Sixers could be number 2. I think legitimately they could be number 2 in the East. I mean, they were 3 last year, and that's with LeBron in the East.
Exactly.
And they came in 3rd, and I think they could come in second.
Exactly.
Because your only other contenders are going to be Milwaukee. I don't think they have enough to beat the Sixers. You had the Wizards. Both of them, Bill and Wall, are going to get injured again this year. So you can't count on them. I see them being like 7th, 8th seed, 6th at the highest. And that's it, man. That's it. It's going to be Boston, Philly, and Toronto. It's going to be Toronto and Philly going for that 2nd seed to me. That's barring injury. We're just saying no injuries.
But my dark horse is always Indiana.
Yeah.
And I had to
forgetting about them. Yeah.
But Indiana I like their young pieces. They got Sabonis' son. He has pedigree. They have Oladipo. I think he's one of the top 5 players in the East. I think if they all mesh, I think they could be one of those teams by the end of the year we'll talk about, but we won't talk about them in the beginning of the year. Because last year, they're one of the only teams in the East that beat their season series with the Sixers. Was Indiana. Because they match up. They got the energy. They got the same team. It's the same build, but we just have more talent. We have better players at 5 positions than they do. But they have the same makeup.
Right.
From my perspective,
Hey, let's hear from Woody Wood, man. How you feel about the Sixers this year? Are we legitimate contenders? Where do you see us ranking as far as seed wise, Wood?
It is October 5th, 2018. And I'm telling you right now, Christopher, Jerome, Michael, the Philadelphia 76ers will be winning the NBA championship. 2019 NBA champs. You heard it here first. I'm telling you now, that's what's going to happen. I don't want to hear none of this, they're going to go deep in the playoffs. They're going to do right as long as things don't fall apart, as long as they stay healthy. That's all that's going to happen, okay? I need Joel Embiid to play like 2000 Tim Duncan, 2000 Shaquille O'Neal, and not 2006 Chris Webber when he played for the Sixers. Okay?
That's
a cheap shot at just don't let him get. I don't want him to get jump shot. Take a cheap shot like that at Webber. Jump shot. Look how pretty this jump shot is. You want me to go down low? I ain't doing that. I'm cool. Nigga, not gonna happen. As long as he gets out of that jump shot mentality, which I know he's going to, because I know he caught a lot of ridicule in the offseason from his performance in the postseason. And in his defense, he did have that face mask, and it was very restricted. It was very uncomfortable. He's taking it off every chance he could get. I can dig it. It was a freak accident where he broke his jaw or something. But all that's going to be gone. All that Rip Hamilton face mask stuff is going to be gone. So he's going to be at 100%. He's going to be our Moses Malone. He's going to take us to the promised land. MVP, Joel Embiid. We're going to the finals. Whatever West team we play, they might win one game. They might. Because I'm thinking sweet.
Listen,
that's what I'm saying.
I love it, man, because I think Embiid by far is the most talented big man. My one knock on him, and I've seen glimpses of it in the preseason, man, is just him on that perimeter sometimes, man. That's my only knock on him. You know what I mean? Even when he doesn't shoot it, sometimes with the pick and roll, he'll stay up top instead of cutting to the basket. And sometimes he doesn't get down low to the basket when he asks for the ball. He'll ask for the ball still 15 feet away from the basket. You know what I mean? He'll do that from time to time. Yeah, so, but Embiid has the talent to be the best big man by far in the league, particularly in the East Coast, man. So I agree, man. I see the Sixers doing big things, but I always side with the fact that I still got to see them prove it. So I want to see them battle tested. So I think this is the year we do get it done.
Stick and beat, Chris. You tell me who in the West? Name one player in the West that can guard Embiid. Tell me one team in the West that has held him under 20 points a game.
I don't think nobody could. I don't think.
He shot threes. Last year when he shot threes. Who held him under 20 points?
I'm not sure, McCline. I don't think nobody can guard Embiid. But what I'm saying is I need him to be more proactive down low. That's all. Because that's where his dominance comes in at. That's how you beat a Golden State. They're small. That's how you beat a Golden State. You know what I mean? You slow it up, play half court ball, and feed it to Embiid. That's how you beat those teams.
Yeah, I feel like that Embiid last year showed he was dominant even when he shot threes. But this year in the preseason, I think he's about only taking 4 threes in the game. He's only played 3 games. He's not out there. He's down low. He shot 8 free throws every game.
The Sixers, for the record, excuse me, Mike. The Sixers are 3-0 this preseason. They played tonight, right?
Yeah, they played
the Mavericks, didn't
they? They beat
this morning.
This morning. And their next game is 8 a.m. also. What's up with these morning games?
When's the next game?
I'm not sure.
8 a.m.
We beat the Mavericks 120. I think we put up 120. And Beeb had solid numbers, if I'm not mistaken. He had solid numbers.
22 and 10.
22 and 10, right.
And he didn't even really get the ball a lot. He really shot a lot of free throws.
They play the Mavericks again in Philly on Monday at 8 a.m.
No, they're actually in China.
That's why.
That's why. Right.
Because I heard you guys were texting it this morning. I said, "What the Sixers doing playing so early?"
Hey, look at the stat line on Ben Simmons, man. 9 points, 9 rebounds, 10 assists. Ew, that's nasty in 27 minutes.
That's very promising. That's very exciting. It's exciting to hear.
Looking at that game, he was just like getting at the rim at will.
Yeah,
it was a layup. It was like a layup. It was a layup.
Yeah, that's big. You know what? I'm getting on board, man. I'm getting on board, man. Fultz didn't.
Man, I think you looking at it like the East is weak. I don't even see it being that weak. I look at the whole NBA. I think it's just too many teams in the NBA. That's the problem. If you cut it down by getting rid of 2 teams in each conference, the league will be much better because it condensed the talent on rosters, man. That's what I think the issue is. I think once you had back in the day, once they added like the Hornets, the Magic, and then they got the 2 Canadian teams.
Don't forget about the Flint Tropics. The Flint Tropics in there, don't you?
Once they got in the league, like it just just added more players in the league that really weren't NBA players, man.
Mm.
You'd have been in the show. The league, huh? You'd have been in Belize. I think that's what happened, man. I don't think that the league is that bad. I think it's just top heavy, man. It's just it's always been top heavy, and it's always been super teams. You just got to get your 3 players. Yep. And that's it, man. That's how it is. You look at the Bulls, they really didn't have too much competition. Winnington. You look at the Lakers, early 2000s, they ain't had no real competition besides the Spurs.
Well,
What's no competition for them, really?
Well,
Look at the 80s. It was just basically the Sixers, Celtics, Lakers. You had the Pistons come on later on in the decade. You know what I'm saying? That was it, man. That's the history of the league. When you look at the NBA, that's just the history of the league from the beginning. Like, you really only got like 6 or 7 dominant franchises, man.
Yeah.
And it's a bunch of clowns the rest of the league. That's how it is. That's how it's always going to be, man.
Yeah.
So I just say the Sixers, I think they are who they are. They're a dominant team. I think when you look at their team and compare them with the elite teams, I don't think they're that far behind. I think that's how you got to measure the Sixers.
Yeah.
Like, are they the Warriors? No. Are they Houston? No. Are they Boston? No. But after that, like, I can't right here say another team is better than them rather than those 3. You look, who was the number 3 seed last year in the West? Was it Portland? The Sixers are better than Portland. We sweat Portland. You know what I'm saying? Portland's not that good. That's why I say when people say the East is weak and the West is that dominant, they're not. Portland's not good. New Orleans isn't good. They're not good. Yeah, who else? You could say like OKC, they're okay, but Westbrook really carries them. That's the team.
Then you got teams like the Jazz and the Clippers.
The Jazz aren't better than the Sixers.
No.
I'm
not saying they're better.
The Spurs aren't the Spurs anymore. Their core is gone. Yeah, it's a new team. So who's their best player now? LaMarcus Aldridge? He's not winning them anymore. You know, that dude is soft and garbage, man. Ben Simmons is better than him. Ben Simmons is better than LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah.
Come on.
I think
when you really think about it and look at those teams in the West, they ain't really that good, man.
Yeah.
Like Portland wouldn't be the number 1 seed if they played in the East. Hell, they're better than Boston, and they're not better than the Sixers.
I think Boston is slightly overrated compared to us. We now that the way you put it, star power, man, we're definitely up there, man. Because Ben Simmons ain't no joke.
Talent.
Yeah.
We have talent. We actually have talent in Philadelphia. We have to embrace the talent. We had the best big man besides one player, Boogie Cousins, off the ACL injury. So honestly, I love Boogie. Boogie is better right now in their career than Joel Embiid. But right now off the ACL, I'm taking Embiid.
Yeah.
And I'm not taking, and in Portland, none of those players are better than 2 of our players. Embiid is better, and I always compare Ben Simmons because Ben Simmons, I feel, is the second best player on our team. I feel like Embiid is the best player. So if I'm comparing Ben Simmons, I'm comparing my team's that second best player, not even the first. Yeah. They're not even on our level. We swept them last year. We swept the Blazers. Last year, we swept that series.
Let's keep it on the East Coast for 1 second. Are our 2 best players better than Boston's 2 best players?
Oh, that's hard because playoff time is perimeter basketball. But that's the only thing that throws me off about that.
I mean, our top 3 players. Go 3 players, McCline. I'm just asking the question here.
I think 3 players, they're better. The deepest, they're one of the. Yeah, I think definitely 3 players. They are better.
They are better.
Especially if Kyrie's out there, then it's no doubt.
Yeah. Can
Tatum. I don't know. Embiid is so. If we do 2, that's hard, man. Embiid can be so dominant at times.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it's like if you still have a big man that's dominant, and the league really doesn't have a bunch of those guys, like they can really control the game.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like imagine if Shaq was playing now.
Right.
He just controlled the league like he always did. I mean, Embiid's not that type of guy, but I was just like, just as far as like a big man being dominant, like Embiid could be there because Embiid impacts the game. You know, scoring, rebounding,
black shots.
He's got it all. So you got him, and then Ben Simmons, and it's hard because if Ben Simmons ever got like a pull-up J, like that guy's unstoppable there.
Yeah.
And he could play D also. I just hope he gets a pull-up J. I think,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but right now I would have to give it to Boston, but I could see Philly edging them out. And that's just not me like being a homer or something like that. I'm just.
You can see us edging them out in a 7-game series.
No. I was just talking about like the two
okay.
top players.
Right.
That was all. If Ben develops like even like a pull up or something like that.
Right.
Like I could see our 2 being better than Boston's 2. I think when you do 3, I think that's where it comes a little iffy, like because we don't know how good Fultz is going to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, Wood, can you think the Sixers can we beat Boston in the 7-game series this year?
So it's important that we recognize who's going to guard Bird, who's going to guard Parrish. Those are the 2 individuals that can make a serious impact from Boston's side. Because you got Kyrie Irving. That's the only person I really notice on the team right now. So Larry Bird and Robert Parrish didn't play in the room.
Tatum and Brown.
Is Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett still on the squad? I'm not really sure who plays for the Celtics besides Kyrie Irving. I don't know. That's just a real question. I know I'm being silly, but
it's all good.
I don't know what player besides Kyrie Irving.
It's all good.
Tatum put in work last year, man.
Hey, McCline.
All I know is that I'm a Sixers fan, and I know the Sixers are the best team in the East.
McCline.
Everybody would. I believe. You know all those guys, man.
I don't care about none of them other players, man.
Those guys are clowns, man.
McCline,
Come on,
yeah. Pass that question to
it's all about the 10-9-8-76ers.
No
right?
doubt. McCline,
we be honest.
You can handle that question.
McCline, can we?
I like Golden State.
Can we get? McCline, can we get past Boston this year and make it to the NBA Finals? Do the Sixers? Can we and do we get past Boston and make it to the NBA Finals this year?
Yes. Yes.
I believe it depends on Markelle Fultz, and that's yet to be seen.
Give me a yes or no. I'm putting the pressure on you right now. Yes or no? Do we get past Boston?
That's a fair question, Chris. I don't feel like that's the real question.
I'll take that.
I will answer the question and I'll say no.
There you go. Okay, that's all I was looking for.
Wood and Mike can say.
We just want to be objective. We're basketball minds and listen to what we have to say. That's cool and all, but the Sixers are dominating. That's all I'm saying. We are better. The fact that I don't know any other players on the Celtics is because they're garbage. That's why. I know everybody know Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, and Markelle Fultz. Not just because I'm from Philly or. Now, technically, I'm not from Philly now, but when I was living in Philly, and now I live in Lancaster, which isn't too far from Philly, but the fact of the matter is, the Philadelphia 76ers are more exciting to watch and just a better team than that team in Boston. Nobody cares about them. Plus, it's a rivalry anyway. I ain't got no love for them. They just as bad as the team in Dallas, the football team. We ain't got no love. We ain't got no love for that basketball team in Boston.
Would you ever bet on Boston?
Huh?
Would you ever bet on Boston?
Never.
No.
Never.
I've never
bet against Boston.
And I'm a betting man, Jerome. And I'm a betting man. And I bet.
Well,
I've never bet on Boston.
Well, they just started betting, man. They just started sports betting, like we told you on the beginning of the show. So Boston gonna be in there, man. So I don't know if people want to take some over unders, point spreads, whatever the case is, but we'll see it. But as of right,
Can I add something? But go ahead and finish.
no, go ahead, go ahead, Ron.
Do you think? Because I think Simmons is upset that Embiid's the best player on the team.
He wouldn't have to worry about that if he get a jump shot.
Do you think Simmons leaves once his rookie deal is up?
Yes, I can see that.
Nah,
I don't think.
He got a TV show, bro. He's got a TV show based out of Philly.
I think Rich Kotite had a TV show at one point.
Well, I'm talking about Richie Kotite. I'm not talking about Richie Kotite. But do you?
He had a show, is what I'm saying. They were doing that show now.
You don't think Simmons wants to be the number one option on the team?
No, I think
he's the best player.
He shouldn't be thinking that with the fact that he doesn't have a jump shot.
Go ahead, McClung.
I think Embiid doesn't think. I believe that Ben Simmons doesn't believe that because he knows he's a passer. So if you're a passer by nature, you know you're not going to get the shine. So it's like Magic. Magic didn't get famous for scoring the most points, and that's what we all think gets the acclaim. Magic was a winner. So Ben can be with Joel, which if you really think about it, it's really Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Or you got to think about it. It's the same. Those two hated each other. Of course. But what I'm saying, it was just a different time in our country, and they couldn't just be like that. What I'm saying is, Ben Simmons is wise enough, though. I hate this guy because I wish I was better, but I know he makes me better because I like to pass. He don't score. I hope you're right, but I don't think he. Or I think these kids are just weirdos, man.
Yeah. No.
I agree. They're weird, man. These young boys are weird, man.
So the social media.
Yeah, they're just different. They didn't grow up like us, man. No, he did. But he does have
social media, instant gratification. Now, the whole Generation X type stuff. Millennial stuff.
Ben Simmons has a TV show that's coming out on NBC that's based out of Philadelphia with a biracial kid, and it's almost like the Fresh Prince, but it's being a biracial kid is the most, like, it's the storyline.
Is he starring in it, or is he producing it?
No, he's producing. Him and his brother are producing it.
Gotcha. He's not starring in it. He's not going to be in it.
No, but he's writing the story. The story is based off of him.
Wow. That'd probably be a good watch. I watch that show. I'll see what that show about. It sounds like it's a good show. I like the premise. I think the show is based off him. I don't think he wants to leave the market. I believe that the market, like you said, business, the young kids, he's on the same agent team as LeBron James. Yeah, because LeBron had a show on cable, didn't he? It was on Stars, I think. I remember he had a show.
But that's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he's talking about
I know what you're saying, but I'm saying LeBron James had a show. That's what I'm saying.
That's not what I'm talking about.
But you talking about the dude having a show. Like he was producing the show. I was trying to agree with you. LeBron James.
McCline, you was talking about the market. You was talking about the market for Ben Simmons, right?
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to leave because it's the agent. It's more about money. It's more about the perception. It's about his long-term goals here. I think he'll leave after his second contract. Yeah. But I don't believe his first contract he's leaving Philadelphia because he has a lot invested. If he's getting a show, he's not leaving in next year. He's not. If he's making a show based out of Philadelphia, he's not leaving.
I don't think he's leaving either. I don't think the show is the main reason. That's probably one of the reasons. But I think, like you said, him and Embiid, they complement each other and they make each other better. And I think they want to prove something here in Philadelphia. So I think they'll stick it out. He has one more year before he fills out his rookie contract, right?
Yeah, because this is third.
Yeah, this will be his third. So
after his fourth, what do they usually do? After your third, it's like a team or player option, right, for the fourth year?
Yeah, after your third year. Yep. After your third year.
Okay.
So Hey,
I was just throwing it out there just to see. I don't think he finishes his career with the Sixers, but
hey, no, hey, listen. In
I
today's
just wanted to topic.
no, that was a good question. In today's league, man, these guys jump ship, man. It's no, it's all about moving on, man. With salary cap and free agency and things like that, players just don't stick around, long. But I think they will try to put some years in and try to get some things done here. In Philadelphia. So hopefully that's the case. Hopefully the 76ers, man, show up. I think they will. Hopefully we get a championship in the city and bring another one back, man. Not just the Eagles, but the Sixers too. And so I think we all agree that we're going to see some big things this year, man. So the Sixers, they 3-0 so far in the preseason, man. We looking forward to this year, man. So big things happening. We're going to jump into the we're going to move on, man. We're going to talk about the Eagles now. Week 5, the NFL season, man. Time flies. Time flies. It's week 5 already. Yeah, man. The Eagles right now are at 2-2. I don't know if it's a good 2-2 or it's a bad 2-2, but we play Minnesota next. James Woodruff, man, Hollywood. Tell me what you think about Philadelphia Eagles. We got a home game coming up against the Minnesota Vikings. It's a conference game, tough defense of Minnesota, man. What do you see? How do you see the game playing out this week against Minnesota?
I see the Philadelphia Eagles winning. Okay, shocker. And my views on it is just that we have to get more individuals involved besides Carson Wentz and Zach Ertz. So we need to get more production from. I know we don't have Darren Sproles. We just need more production from the receiving core. We need more production from the running backs. We can't rely on Carson Wentz throwing the ball 50 times. That's just not going. We're not going to win games that way. Because we could lose this game. I don't think the Eagles are heavily favored to win this game. People are looking for the Eagles to be upset by the Vikings. And Cousins, he's not bad. He's not a bad quarterback. He's certainly capable of picking the Eagles' secondary apart.
Does anybody have a spread on that game? Excuse me, Wood. Does anybody have a spread on that game?
I don't mind you jumping in. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? We in the podcast, so it's all good.
Right. But no, go ahead. I was just checking about the spread, though. Go ahead. Anybody else?
Eagles, so it's a pick 'em because the Eagles is -3.
Okay.
Over under is 46.5.
Okay. Solid. Good stuff. JD, what's some of the things you see about this game? How you see this game playing out, man? It's a pivotal game for us right now. We can either go 2-3 or 3-2. Still not a divisional game, but I think it's a pivotal game. How you see this thing playing out, JD?
Yeah, it's tough, man. I don't know. I think what's his name? Cousins is familiar with his time with the Skins playing here.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's going to really affect him too much. I think they're strong at wide receiver. I don't know if Dalvin Cook, their running back, is playing or not. I know he's been banged up a little bit. Do I need to even get into the secondary? Because I've been doing this. I got to get on them.
Speak.
But you going against Thielen and Diggs this week, man.
Speak your mind, JJ.
This is when Jalen Mills has to show up. Both of these boys are fast. Both of them have hands. They both can run routes, man. I just hope Rasul Douglas gets some time. I don't understand why he didn't get in the Titans game, man. I don't know if Rasul's not practicing well or something, but for him not to get any time the way Mills was just getting ate up, and Darby wasn't even any better. Darby, the tackling was just horrific last game.
Yeah, definitely.
And then with Corey Graham out there, man, and now the rookie Maddox, who got beat on a touchdown, and Maddox got beat the play before. If you look at the play before they scored to win their game against the Titans, and I got to bring this up because I wasn't around for that episode. But the play before, everybody was screaming at Maddox like he was out of position. And they just basically ran the same play, man.
Yeah.
And scored on him. And they said Maddox is getting more time this week. So that's what's just heartbreaking to me. And then Derek Barnett has already been ruled out. So I'm just not sure about this. I don't feel very good about this. And then the good thing is Minnesota's defense isn't good like what everybody thought it would be.
Right.
So I think we can expose that. And the one bright spot is Carson Wentz looks like he's throwing the ball harder, more accurate. It's just a question of are receivers going to catch it? I think you just got to build Ertz and Jeffrey.
That's
just say to hell with the rest of these clowns, man.
I don't think do that.
Give Jeffrey 15 targets, man.
Right.
And I don't know.
This is so good though. He'll get other people involved.
And then you got Clement. He's still banged up. Sproles is already out.
Yeah.
Ajayi's got the broken bone in his back.
Yeah, you know.
How much can he really carry the load? You know what I'm saying? So now we got Smallwood. Smallwood's going to be more involved, but he's been playing well, running the ball good.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, but I don't feel good about this game.
Going into this
originally at the beginning of the season, I did feel good about it, but not the way the Eagles have looked the last couple weeks. The bright spot is our defense usually shows up at home and play a little better. Average only giving up 13 a game, so hopefully we got that. But I'll pass it back off to you.
Hey, McCline, give me some insight, man. How you feel about this game, man? You feel good? Tell me how you see things playing out, man.
Well, I'm a little worried about the game. I'd be a fool to say that I wasn't. We haven't produced, but I feel like if Wentz focuses on his main targets, tight end, Alshon Jeffrey, you know, if he focuses on those guys, he'll get it done. We have to hope that the defense plays like they play at home. You know, if they play like they play at home,
right?
You know, we play stout D, get in the quarterback's face, but we are missing our guy on the left end. You know, so he's out. We're going with the guy from Florida State, Josh Sweat, that's his name. Josh Sweat, he's from Florida State, he's a rookie. But if he makes pressure, but he won't get it like our guy Barnett. Barnett's out, so
yeah.
That's a misowner. That's a misowner for me. But I see the Eagles. I think the Eagles can pull it out because we're at home. Defense usually steps to the occasion. But I wouldn't say the Eagles have shown who they are. We have to figure that out in the next 2-3 weeks and see what type of team we're going to be. Are we going to be a running team that goes off of play action, or we're going to team that we just let Wentz spread it out? He doesn't have protection, 5 out, and he just lets it rip. But, this is a game I think we can win because we're at home.
Or maybe we turn into the team that passes to set up the run. Maybe that's where we got to go because all our running backs are banged up.
Right.
You know, that's how San Fran always ran it. Bill Walsh. We're going to pass the ball to set up the run. Maybe we have to do more of that this year.
Right. I think. How y'all feel about Jim Schwartz? Y'all think he's putting the right defensive plan in, the right scheme in? I don't know, man. Schwartz seems like a little off this year or something, man. As far as his game plan, I don't know if it's the players. Does he have the personnel to do what he wants to do, or I don't know. It seems like he's been a step slower as opposed to a step ahead of the offenses this year, as opposed to last year.
I thought he blitzed more last game. I think it was tough against the Titans because you had to go zone because you can't play man against a running quarterback.
Right.
Because once you turn your back, the DB's turning back, he's just running free. So you had to zone it up a little bit.
but he did mix it up a little bit more. But it's hard because the DBs are so bad. Like, what are you going to do? I don't know what he could do. But I know one issue is our line hasn't been getting the pressure that they got last year. Like our front four, we didn't need the blitz, and they could get pressure. And then our cornerbacks wasn't left out there on the island where they got exposed. Now they're getting exposed because of the lack of pressure. I mean, where's Brandon Graham been all year?
Right.
You barely hear this guy's number called all game. I mean, Barnett's there, Cox is there. Michael Bennett came on a little bit last game. Nada played all right, but I think Graham needs to step his game up. I think so, man. Or maybe Jim has to blitz a little bit more, but I just don't know how you do that in this game. I think you might have to force Cousins into some, bad decisions. He's a bad decision maker. Maybe Jim has to blitz more, but I don't know, man. The secondary is just so bad.
Right.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I agree. Those quarterbacks got a lot of time back there. The last couple of weeks, those quarterbacks had a lot of time to figure out what they want to do. If you got that much time, you're going to make the right decision. You're a pro.
Yeah.
So that's just the piggyback or the add-on with what Rome is saying. Yeah, they got to need a little more pressure.
No question.
Blitz,
No
or
question.
somebody up front's got to show up.
Hey, Wood. What do you think might be could be our big advantage, a plus for us that we could take advantage of Minnesota this week? Do you see somewhere where we might have an edge that could be a difference maker in the win-loss column?
The biggest difference maker would be to have a more balanced attack and not focus on, especially if it's working. Especially, the Eagles got away from the run game, and I think that hurt us last week. If they can, soften them up in the middle with the run, have them play close, that'll open up some things over the top. I mean, I feel like that's football 101. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like when the Eagles get away from what works, and it just frustrates me because I feel like it's that Andy Reid type stuff that we're seeing from Doug Peterson at times, and it still baffles me that overtime drive where looks like we were going to score a touchdown and win the game, and Ajayi was just killing them. And all of a sudden we get to the red zone or get near the red zone and we just stop running the ball. I just don't want to see that repeat itself. That's what concerns me. Right. And I just hope that and even if he comes out firing, like if he wants to just come out passing the ball, that's fine, but just don't forget about the run. You know what I'm saying? Like I hate when he does that run pass option where he fakes the pass and always fakes the run and always passes, but he always passes. Like you never see the run. So I just don't want to see. I would like to see at the end of the game 22 runs, 24 passes or something like that. I just want to see a balanced attack.
Balanced attack, yeah. I agree with you, man. A more balanced attack. Definitely, man. The running back position has got me worried, man. Definitely, man. With Ajayi being not 100%, man.
Smallwood's playing though, right?
No, yeah. What I was about to say was, I don't know if you get a load of Smallwood and maybe sit Ajayi to get healthy, man. I don't know what that broken bone in his back is. I know he's still played well last week, but I don't know the severity of that.
Is that one of those injuries? Like if he gets the surgery, he's done for the season, but he can still play with it. I feel like it's one of those situations. That's why he's playing with it. Yeah. If he gets it taken care of, we're going to be without him for the rest of the year.
Probably so.
I could be wrong, but I think that's why he didn't.
No, yeah, you sound like you're on the money, Wood. So it does sound like one of those injuries. I'm not sure. So yeah, man. This is a real pivotal point of the season, man. The crazy thing is we can still lose this game. We can actually lose this game and still be in contention with the NFC East because we haven't played any divisional games. That's the kind of the irony, I guess. But you know what? I like Carson Wentz, man, outplaying Cousins, man. I'm not gonna get into X's and O's. I'm not gonna get into cover twos, cover threes, nickels, A gaps. I'm not gonna get into none of that. I'm gonna go X factor with this game, man. I'm gonna go Carson Wentz outplays Cousins at home. And that's my difference maker, man. That's what I'm gonna go with this week, man. And I think the Eagles pull out a tough game, man. Tough game.
So we gonna make our picks now.
Yeah, let's.
Is that what we jumping into?
Hey, why not, Wood? We jumping in our pick six, Wood. Hold us down, man. Tell us what we doing right now.
I want to know why Rome. I want to know who Rome's gonna pick. Rome.
You thought
I might have just showed my hand a little bit.
Hey, first let everybody know what we doing though right now. We doing our pick six, right?
Broad Street 444, pick six.
Every week we pick 6 games out the NFL schedule, man, and we pick our winners and losers, man. So we battle each other and we see who's coming out on top, man. So again, we ask y'all to follow us. You can check that out on Facebook, but follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Podbeams, iTunes. We pick 6 games. Y'all pick y'all 6 games, man. Type in who y'all like, man, and we'll get y'all on the show. And we'll get y'all on the show and put y'all picks on the show. But right now, Go ahead, jump in, man.
Let me recap before we talk about our picks for the upcoming Week 5. So right now, because our last episode we couldn't have the official standings because the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos were still playing. They were finishing up, even though we had a feeling KC was going to win, but we weren't 100% sure.
Right.
So now, at the end of Week 4, we got Chris Colazo in the lead. Mike McCline coming in at second with me and Rome tied. So that's where we are now overall.
Oh, so we only 2 games back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the case.
This guy thought he had a huge lead. Because I think the rest were good. What was ours? That's cool.
All right,
yeah. Let's just jump into this thing then.
Yeah. 1, 2.
They just screwed me up. You know what I do for a living. It's numbers. So it kind of messed me up, and then I got off track. So let's.
All right, yeah, my bad on that, fellas. My bad. Apologies on that one. So yeah.
Are we jumping into
1, 2. Regardless, Chris is leading the way.
Okay, then we 3 games back. Mike is what, 2 or 1 game back? You don't know?
He got it.
We'll figure it out. All right.
He got it.
Mike is 12, 11, and 1.
So we're 11.
Yeah, me and you are tied, 11, 12, and 1.
All right, so we're 3 games back. Mike is 2.
Right. Okay,
right,
cool.
So
What's the?
we're jumping into Minnesota at Philly. Chris, you already picked. You said you got Philly pulling it out. Wentz beats Cousins. There's no way Cousins beats Wentz.
That's what I got.
All right, so I'm gonna make my pick because Wood wanted me to jump in there second and say, I guess the.
Yeah, you don't want to pick Minnesota.
You can kind of sense where I'm going with it. I'm going Minnesota. I think their wide receivers are too much, but I think it can turn into a shootout because our D hasn't been playing well. Their D definitely hasn't been playing well all year. They just got lit up by the Rams, got lit up by Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
But I see it a close game, but maybe in the 30s or something. I hope our Eagles could score that much, but I got Minnesota ultimately pulling it out. Wentz loses only his 3rd game at home or something like that. So yeah, I got Minnesota. Sorry to say, but sometimes I gotta go with what I feel. And that's what I feel. I just don't feel confident in our team right now. With the play calling on both sides of the ball.
Definitely.
I just don't feel confident in it, and I don't feel confident in our players. Our defensive players, are wide outs. I definitely don't feel confident in those clowns. Besides Jeffrey.
Hey, our team is banged out. Did we go through everybody's pick? Wood, you got to pick, and Mike's got to pick.
I pick Philly. I pick Philly. Y'all know who I pick.
McCline.
On that one.
Yeah, I pick Philly.
Mike goes Philly. Okay. Go to the next game, Ron.
Okay, the next game is let's jump into the Giants in Carolina.
Giants in Carolina. Who's home?
Carolina's home.
I'm taking Killer Cam at home. Carolina, they kind of like every other year kind of teams for me. Sometimes I could go with them. I really still don't like going with them, but right here I'm going Cam. They're playing good this year, so I'm going with Cam. This might be one of their on years, so I'm going with Cam at home, Carolina.
Wood, who you got?
Carolina. I think I just don't have confidence in the Giants at all. They're a terrible team.
Mike?
Carolina, too much D. Linebackers are better even with the replacement. And the offense, Cam on offense.
That X factor.
Yeah.
I got Carolina. I think the Giants still have yet to score 30 points. I think it's like 36 straight games or something like that. Their offense is just anemic, even with all those weapons. Go ahead.
It's crazy, man, because they got weapons, man. It's crazy with Saquon and Odell, man. And Eli threw some good passes last week, man. Eli was putting some on the money, man. But, yeah, they in disarray. I don't even know who their head coach is right now, the Giants.
I don't know who it is either.
Yeah, I really don't know.
It was McAdoo last year. They got rid of him.
Right.
I don't know who this clown is.
I think it was the guy that used to stand on Germantown Ave outside the deli, but who the hell knows? Go to the next game, Ron.
The next one is Jacksonville at Kansas City.
Ooh, this is a hell of a game. I want to watch this. What time is this game, Ron?
This is a 1 o'clocker.
Ooh.
You would think that should be a Sunday nighter or something.
At least 4 o'clock, you would think, but if not, yeah, Sunday nighter.
But that's good because the Eagles come on at 4.
Oh, yeah, then that's perfect. That's the game I'm watching. I'm going Big Red, man. I'm biased. I like Jacksonville though. I got a thing for Jacksonville too, but I'm going Big Red right now, man. I think this could be his year, man.
Okay, what you looking like?
I like the Chiefs. You know, Andy Reid, the hometown connection. You know, he was our coach for so many years. It's nice to see him succeed. I was picking the Chiefs.
And they're home at Arrowhead.
Yeah, plus they're home.
Jacksonville is tough though, man. What's up? You still going with Kansas City, huh?
That's what I'm saying. Jacksonville is tough. They got good D, man. So I like Jacksonville, but I still gotta go KC.
Still going with Kansas City, okay? Mike, what you looking like?
Big Red in the red and yellow and white. I'm going with Kansas City at home. Only because of the home. Only because they're home. Pat Mahomes been playing out, lights out. You know, the guy's special. That's all.
Yeah. Do you think eventually the defenses kind of figure him out?
Yeah, I think they'll get a tape on him. After the bye, week 7, week 6, week 8 buys.
Yeah.
We'll see a little different. He'll lose a couple, and then he has to adjust. But the thing is, the guy moves around. He creates the time with his feet. It's like McNabb. You can't really plan for it. So it's not like the way I feel. It's only a feeling. It's not logic. But the guy moves around so long, he creates enough time that people are open. And he can get it to him. He's just one of those guys that can get to the open guy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What I like about him is he had a couple years behind Alex Smith. It's not like he just kind of jumped in, you know what I mean? He had a couple years behind Alex Smith. So, yeah, he's playing lights out right now. So, but I agree with everything you just said, McCline.
Yeah, I agree. I think they probably pick up on him. Defenses, once they start really getting the tape and everything, maybe around like week 9, something like that, you usually see like a lull in this play. He'll get a little down. Games will get a little tighter. They won't score as much. But as far as this game, I got Kansas City. I just feel like Mahomes against Bortles. I still don't like Bortles. I still don't think he's an NFL starter. But, he's got a strong team around him. But I'm still going with Kansas City.
Right.
Okay, our next game is the Rams at the Seahawks. That is let me see, that's a 4 o'clock game also. So it's going to be right on at the same time as the Eagles and the Vikings.
Yeah, that's another game I would love to watch, man. It's really hard to go against the Rams right now. I mean, they playing lights out. There's so much talent on both sides of the ball. And special teams. These guys are blocking punts, man. I think I heard something about they had X amount of block punts for scores over the last few years or something like that. They're playing lights out. It's hard to go against the Rams, but I'm gonna go Russell Wilson, man. I'm gonna go Pete. I'm gonna go Carroll and Russell Wilson at home, man. They know how to get it done, man. And people forget about Russell Wilson, and since he's come in the league and how efficient he's been and how much of a winner he's been, and a lot of people say it was credit to that Seahawks defense and things like that, but they got good when he came in too as well. So a lot of their success was due to him too. He's a winner, man. He knows how to win games. I'm going Russell Wilson here at home, man.
Mr. Woodruff, it's on you. Mr. Woodruff.
Woody Wood.
Yeah, my bad. I had to go on mute. So I think this is an opportunity to catch up in the standings. So I'm going with Seattle. I feel like this is an opportunity where Seattle can maybe end the Rams' winning streak. Because I feel like the Rams are the hottest team in the NFL. But here's an opportunity that they're going into Seattle, and they could possibly get their first loss. Seattle plays well at home. So I just got a feeling that Seattle could upset the Rams. And I see an opportunity where I can pick that team and try to get out this doghouse and try to catch Chris in the pick six standings. So that's purely my thinking on picking the Seahawks.
Hey, real quick, my fault. But you know what? I didn't take into consideration Earl Thomas, man. That's a big loss, man. That's a big loss. I'm gonna still stick with the Seahawks, but that's a big loss. That he's an impact player, so that's I didn't take that into consideration.
When he got hurt, wasn't that his first game playing?
No.
Wasn't he out?
No, he came back and played lights out. He was playing lights out.
Was he a holdout? Like he missed a few weeks because he was trying to get a contract or something?
Yeah. No, he wasn't showing up for practice.
Right.
Oh, so he got penalized and missed and he got like suspended a few games.
No, he just got fined.
Oh, he got fined. So he played every single game until he got hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Who am I thinking? I guess I'm thinking of Bell. Must be thinking of running back.
Yeah.
Oh well. All right.
All right, Double M.
Hey, I feel like I want to go with logical. Go with the Rams, but this is what I'm gonna give credit to the Rams for. They get wide receiver. They get linebackers in their scheme. They have enough time for that quarterback, Joff, the number one pick before our boy Carson. They give enough time for their wide receivers to get one-on-one coverage with linebackers. That's what that offensive-minded coach does. He'll do a cross route from the left side of the field where a wide receiver runs across it. He has enough time to have a linebacker pick him up in zone. He'll get open. So, but I feel like Seattle at home. I'm going to go with Seattle. They're their home team. I think they'll get them this week. But I do give the offensive genius to that coach. He's a great guy. I mean, he gets wide receivers on linebackers, and that's a mismatch every single time. And that's what he's good at. So until somebody figures it out, they're gonna have to stop it. But I'm going with the home team. Going Russell Williams. I'm going with the 12th man.
Okay, that sounds good. I think I'm gonna be different than all of y'all again. I know one thing: the Seahawks does have the 8th ranked defense, but just like Chris said, Earl Thomas is done, broken leg or whatever happened. I know he had that cast and got carted off, so you won't see him again this year. And then I go to their last meeting last year in Seattle. Rams rolled them 42-7. I think the Rams are just clearly the better team. I like Russell Wilson. I think he's maybe top 6. He's like right there on the edge of top 5 QB. I love the way Russell Wilson plays. But I think the Rams are just too much. With the way McVay calls plays, just what Mike was alluding to, I think he'll put them in matchups that defense just isn't the same like it was in years past. The Rams have weapons all over the field, man. Every position. And Goff is just like, Goff reminds me of Foles. It's like that system. When you look at him, he puts them, it's Goff reading first read, boom. Every time, like watch the game, it's his first read, man. I think McVay just calls the perfect plays. It's kind of like, what's my man, Sean Payton? Like he's an offensive genius that just knows how to scheme games, and you'll see players just running wide open and stuff. Just seems like that, man. So, but I'm rolling with the Rams. I think they easily win this game in Seattle. I don't think it's even close.
Yeah, you know what? Real quick, Rams are probably the most talented team. If you just go position by position, player by player, they're probably just the most talented team in the NFL, man. So I mean, it's really hard to go against them any week. But yeah.
But I get it. Seattle is so good at home, you know. Let's say the past like 5-6 years. I mean.
Not the same.
So dominant at home. It's tough to play up there, especially like a 4:00 game or even one of those like Sunday nighters or Monday night. It's just tough in prime time games, but I'm still going with the Rams.
Yeah, not the same Seattle team. But go ahead to the next game.
Okay, our 5th game out of our pick 6 is going to be Dallas visiting Houston.
Dallas visiting Houston. Because Dallas is visiting Houston, because I'm going Houston, man. I'm going Watson, man. You know what? Who Dak? You know what? They anoint these guys too early, man. Dak had one good year, just like they did with Fitzpatrick and all that magic after 2 games. I was sick of it, man. I was really sick of it, and I really wanted to go in on the show, but they finally. All these pundits and experts finally coming back down to earth, but I wanted to say it when he was hot. But they anoint these guys too soon. And Dak had a good rookie year, but he was handing the ball off to Ezekiel, and he was passing to Dez Bryant and the future Hall of Famer Jason Witten. Those guys aren't there. Let me see what you got. He was average last year, and he hasn't shown me anything this year. But, I think Dak... What I look for in a professional quarterback, NFL quarterback, is can they make all the throws? I think he can, but can he put it together and get some wins? He hasn't. He has yet to show me. So I'm going Houston, but Dak's got to step it up. But I'm going Houston home.
Okay, Woody.
Yo, Houston Texans. Houston Texans. The battle of the Texas teams. I'm going with Houston.
Steers and never mind. Go ahead. Go ahead. What?
No, that's it. Houston Texans.
Okay, you got Houston.
Yo, that was a classic John. He grinded that boy up so heavy in that movie. You talking about the movie though?
Yeah. Full Metal Jacket.
Right. He grinded him up. That was crazy.
All right, Mike.
Stanley Cooper classic right there. I own that.
Mike, what you got?
I got Houston. Double guns. My guy back at quarterback. Home team wins. That's all. Home team.
Are y'all watching Golden State? Not to jump off, just crushing these clowns? Or y'all ain't got that on?
No, I don't have the TV on.
Yeah, it's just ugly.
What's the score?
102 to 66.
Oh, that is pretty bad. That's like 1992 Dream Team scores.
And the chef's not even on the court. They ain't even play.
We got to talk about that and free agency and how these teams are just stacking up one show. But we'll talk because it's getting ridiculous. But
yeah, I agree. Everything you said, Chris, about Dak. I thought that the first year I said this clown is. I just didn't see it. I didn't see what other teams saw in Dak. I just don't think he's that good of a quarterback, man. He can't win you games. I need a QB that can go out and win me a game. And that guy cannot win you a game. He needs help. Carson could win me a game.
right.
Even when he has bum receivers, he can still go out there and win me a game. He doesn't even need a running back there. He can win me a game.
True that.
And with that being said, Houston is just so bad. Even though Watson's been coming on lately. And it's got me thinking, should I switch my pick, man? Originally, I was going with Dallas, and I know Wood might get pissed at me.
No, not at all. I'm just going to
change my pick.
You can change it.
I'm not sure. I don't want to be indecisive, but I can see Houston winning this game. But I can also see them just collapsing.
It's a toss up. Houston's there's no team I feel comfortable going with.
You know what, man? I have to catch up. I'm down 3 games, right? And everybody else is picking Houston. I'm going Dallas, man. I'm gonna stick with Dallas.
All right.
I gotta catch up. So I'm different on what? The Minnesota and Dallas. So I might make up 2 games this week.
Hey,
right there in the mix, man.
hey, Wood. It's October. It's starting to get chilly. Remind me to take that heater, that electrical heater, in the basement, and keep those guys a little warm down there, man. Because it's starting to get chilly. Remind me to bring the heater from upstairs, man, from out the garage to the basement, man.
Yeah, that's all. I'll make sure I remind you.
It's a long season. It's week 5, man.
It's going. That's.
You still got 11 of these bad boys after this week. Man.
That Chiefs.
You got another 66 games where I can make up some ground. So I ain't worried about it right now.
That cheap shot might cost me. I might go I might go bagel for the rest of the season, man.
All right, so our last game is Washington visiting New Orleans, and I can see us all agreeing, but let's go through it. See, you up first.
New Orleans at home. They're too fast, too good. I don't trust anything about Washington. I like Alex Smith, but New Orleans at home, tough place to play, and they're playing well this year, particularly with those running backs, Kamara. But Drew Brees beats Alex Smith at home.
What?
Washington. I had your mentality, Rome. I'm trying to get out the basement. I'm trying to get some ground, man. I'm going with Washington. I'm going with the upset.
Whoa, that surprised me right there.
Well, hey,
Definitely threw me.
I want to win this pick 6 thing, man. I want to win. I'm not going to win by picking the same teams that y'all pick. So.
Are we going to do a little wager on this?
I was just about to say, do we have a wager going on?
That next show. Let's think about it this week. And then we'll announce it on the next show or something.
You know what? We could post that and ask some of our listeners what they think a wager should be, man.
Okay.
But we'll think about it. We'll talk about that.
All right. McCline, go ahead.
I heard y'all talking a little money on that one. Y'all got me a little hype. You know, right there. I'm going with the big and the big easy, trying to win big. I think they'll win it. Just too much scoring. It's kind of like Golden State against the Clippers. For 3 2s. They're going for 7 for 3s.
Oh my God!
I don't think Washington can score touchdowns like New Orleans can score. They win the game.
Yeah, I agree. I got New Orleans. I don't think Washington can keep up with that firepower.
Definitely.
Indoors on that turf, man, they're just too fast.
Too
It's
fast.
going to be a monumental task. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think so. But I think a couple years ago, Washington shocked them, man. Everybody thought New Orleans was going to win, and I think Washington shocked them. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but I think that last game was in Maryland because they don't play in D.C. So, I mean, but I got, that's one other thing. I had two things to bring up, but one is, what do you think about we're the only team in the division that actually plays in the city? How do you guys feel about that?
That's interesting, man, because obviously the Giants are in Jersey, Washington plays in Maryland, and
Over Maryland.
yeah,
I never gave it much thought, man. That's very interesting.
Yeah, I never gave it much thought. We always knew, you kind of know, but you never talk about it. That's interesting, man. That's why we Philly, man. We home, man. That's why we passionate.
Where the Cowboys play?
They play
Irving, Texas. Okay, gotcha.
That's why we Philly, man. That's why we the best team in the division, man. We homebred, man. Our fans really feel it, man, and nobody brings it like Philly fans, man. That was a good question, a good point, Rome. I never gave it much
Compared
thought.
to other divisions.
Oh, I don't know about other divisions. I'm trying to have to look at that, but I know, like, let's just say, like AFC North. I think all of them play in that city.
Like Pittsburgh plays in Pittsburgh, right?
Pittsburgh, Baltimore's in Baltimore,
Cleveland's in Cleveland,
Cincinnati.
Okay.
AFC East, I think they are. No, because you got the Jets playing Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Miami plays in
Miami, right?
Yeah. New England, Foxborough, so I mean.
right.
But they're not named Boston, but they're actually a Boston team, so you can say them. They don't play in Boston.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, we gonna stay in the NFC East where we at though. That was good stuff, G's. That was pro stuff right there. To be honest
Yeah,
with
that had me
you.
on my joint. Damn, that was pretty good.
Yeah, that's pro stuff right there.
Thought provoking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, what y'all? Let's wrap it up, man. Any last second thoughts, man? Any last points anybody want to make about anything, man?
Man, I had one, but I totally forgot. So, oh well, we'll talk about it next show. But it's something good. I should have wrote it down.
Okay, man. McCline, anything you want to add before we wrap this thing up?
All I want everybody to think about is my man Shemet, the shooting guard, the 26th pick in the draft for the Philadelphia 76ers. He's a good piece. Everybody's talking about it still now around the league. He's averaging about 15 points in the preseason. Like Wichita, he's from Wichita. He's actually from Kansas City. He grew up playing against Michael Porter, one of the top picks in the draft. I think that's a sleeper for us. I think he might, later on in the season, I love Markelle, I love Starkell, but he may make Starkell trade bait.
Oh! McClellan's talking about his man Starkell getting traded. That's surprising, man.
Yeah, I love Starkell.
Surprising.
I'm being honest. I'm just looking at what you can get for what you got.
Yeah.
Do you think they traded number one pick though, McCline?
I don't think they want to trade him. Where I'm going with it is, if Shemet provides the outside shooting to complement Ben Simmons, I think that you can ultimately trade Markelle. I don't want to. I love Markelle. That's my guy. But the guy Shemet doesn't have the talent. He can't start. But someone like that, quick off the bench, that's only 22 years old, 22 years old, played 2 years in mid-major, coming out, shooting the ball, handling, it makes Markelle expendable in the long run. Big picture. But I love Markelle. I want to keep him. I think Markelle's a star.
But that's why you can trade him.
So you talking more so maybe 2-3 years down the line, nothing immediate.
I'm thinking trade deadline, depending on what our record is going into the playoffs.
Oh, this year?
Whoa!
Oh,
Yeah, I think so.
that's a
blockbuster, man.
yeah, that's a bold statement, huh?
Because he only has a 3-year contract. It's 3 years guaranteed. So if you off him now, knowing you got somebody who could play beside who you want, you may be able to get a big time star with like 2 years, 3 years left on his contract. Mid contract, he had already paid the money.
Yeah,
That's long term. I love Markel. I don't want to turn on my back on my boy. I'm just saying. GM. That's GM thinking.
gee, I'm thinking. I don't know much about him. I got to catch up with him. I know he had 18 tonight. I'm gonna definitely do some looking at him and see what he brings to the table. But hey, that's big time stuff. You heard it right here from 2M's Money Mike McCline, man.
I got one more because that brought up
You look like Jordan doing that up and under. I saw that. I'm looking online at his when he caught the ball on the baseline and then he drove and went up and under and he obviously got the number 23. Yeah, he looked like Jordan just now. That was pretty cool.
I'm trying to recall my memory. What do you think about JJ getting moved to the bench and coming off the bench? I think it's a good move.
I think it's.
Got moved off the team.
I think it gives us a spark. You think JJ should lead the team?
I said I wish he would got moved off the team. I like
JJ.
I like the 2 European players that we had that left. I wish they would have left. Ilyasovich and Bellinelli. I was a big fan of those guys, and the fact that they left, that really frustrated me.
Yeah, they were solid players. I don't think they were nothing special. I don't think we're gonna miss. You know what I mean? You're not gonna lose no sleep over those guys. But I think Reddick coming off the bench, nothing towards you, Wood. I'm just, you know what I mean? They were solid players, but nothing special. But Reddick coming off the bench to me is I think that's a wise decision. It brings some punch off the bench, man. And bring some punch off the bench. Whatever happened to the Crawford thing? Did he ever get signed to anybody?
I don't think so. No. Maybe that's it.
Season pickups. You could pick him up at the trade deadline, give him a veteran minimum. It'd be a little money off the books just for the playoff push. Nobody's gonna pick him up.
It's showing you he's on the Timberwolves. Is that the team that he won?
No, that's where he was last year.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Let me ask y'all something. Do y'all think at this point in his career, Jamal Crawford is still a legitimate 6-man? Or is he somebody you bring off the bench 7th or 8th? Do you think he's a legitimate, at this point in his career, 6-man, Jamal Crawford?
Yeah, I think he's still a 6-man.
Still a 6-man?
It's a playoff push. Yeah, I think he gives you instant offense.
Yeah.
You can just bring him in to play that Vinnie Johnson microwave role, man. Just bring him in. I just want you to score. That's it.
Right.
Nothing else.
Right.
Like, that's all he has to do. But to Wood's point with Bellinelli, like, I like Korkmaz. I think he takes up. I think he fills the role for Bellinelli right there. I don't think you need. At first, like, I was worried about Bellinelli, but Korkmaz, I think he's coming on, and I don't think we lose anything. I think Ilyasova losing him mainly just his offensive rebounding.
Yeah,
I think that hurts. I don't know where we get that aspect. Who picks up the slack right there? Because Ilyasova was big, man. Every game you saw him getting like 3-4 offensive boards, man.
hey, he didn't even jump and got offensive rebound. He just knew where to be.
Yeah.
The guy knew what to do.
Just a smart basketball player, man.
Yeah, knowledge. He was from the hard land of Turkey. He was from Turkey, you know. He had a hard life. You look at his face. Let me be quiet.
All right, fellas.
All right, yeah.
All right. All right, fellas, we're going to wrap it up, man. On behalf of my man JD, Jerome Dooley, my man 2M's Money Mike McCline, James Woodruff, Woody Wood, my name Chris Colazzo. Hey Wood, do me a favor, hold me down, man. What do we remind people to do at the end of the show, man?
We make sure we let them know to not raise your voice, but improve your argument.
Ain't no question, man. This Broad Street 444. We signing off, man. We out of here.
Peace. Drop the beat out.